Hey, what is up, guys? It's Thomas over here. Double A like the battery. This is my fourth and final part for the Warcraft 3 intros for all the four different races over here. So this time for the last one, I'm gonna play Undead. Undead is pretty easy to use. And is different from others, unlike human and orcs. They do have their own specials. As you can see here, I only started with 4 units, one of which is different than others. As you can see, it's a ghoul. It is the beginning unit, like tier 1 unit, but it also does, is the only one that can get lumber for you. So these guys can only stick on gold mine. Getting 5 of them is what you have to do. And so I'm just telling you stuff. Okay, so build order now. You could either go for altar or crypt, pretty much, because it does produce your workers to get lumber. Altar if you're only gonna get like 2 to 4 of these ghouls. Crypt if you're gonna get much more, like 7, 8, let's say. But I'm gonna go altar first. Positive things of these guys, they don't have to stay to build a building. You can just move around and it will finish itself. So just getting these getting these buildings over here. There, back to here. So yeah, you can get crypt first if you want. That's if you need more than, let's say, 6 ghouls. But the build most people go are only 3 or 4 ghouls. This is because these guys give 20 each, and undead units don't cost that much lumber. So pretty much getting food to capacity. And while I'm doing this, just waiting for my buildings to chill out. So just getting here. Not much you can do. Workers, you don't make much. You only get 5 in the game unless you get an expansion. Making Death Knight here as my first one. Crypt does take some time to build, as it is like a normal unit producer. So Undead's pretty, relaxed. You don't have to do much in their base. Because you only have to build a few buildings with your acolyte, go back to the gold mine, and just chill out there getting gold. Graveyard is a deposit for lumber and contains upgrades, so that's pretty awesome. Let's see what else I can see. Tomb of Relics is the item seller, if you guys didn't find out already. And these are the buildings that you can get from upgrading to tier 2. Hordes of the Dead is Temple of the Damned is the spellcaster building. Slaughterhouse, tank units. Sacrificial Pitch allows you to create scouts out of your excess workers if you don't need them. Boneyard does create the air units, so does the crypt as well, but you do need Hordes of the Dead. So pretty much here, with your lumber workers as your first units, I should have had this Tomb of Relics up earlier, but doesn't matter. So these guys are your tier 1 units, so you do need to creep with these guys. Most people just leave them there and use Tomb of Relics. There's an item called like Rod of Necromancy, and it allows you to create skeletons from a corpse, so you don't need to bring these guys around. Those guys are your tank units. Most people do get Graveyard pretty early to get Crypt Fiend, so they skip to tier 1.5 and only get a few workers. Shouldn't be tanking with this guy since he does have a heal. You can also nuke, doing half the damage that he heals. And here we go. So Undead doesn't require much skills to play. They're pretty good. So here's the item I've been talking about. 2 skeletons, warrior from the corpse. Getting tier 2 early is essential for Night Elf. Undead, sorry, I just did a Night Elf one not long ago. So just getting Hordes of the Dead here. Introduction, pretty empty base over here. Food supply can be turned into towers. And pretty much these guys are quick builders. Tier 2 has to be done pretty early, much earlier than others. As you can see, you don't need to build Hordes of the Dead at the position. Like if I'm expanding here, you don't need one. Or if you do is haunt the gold mine, just like Night Elves have to entangle, but they don't have to build their main building in order to do it. You can only build on Blighted Land. The scenes item here to see the name, Blighted Land. But it's always good to build your main building at the expansion, so you could TP there in case it's getting under attack. So that's the end of my video. Probably the last Warcraft video for a long time, cause I have finished everything. My next videos will be Maplestory videos. Then after that, my plans are doing some driving game, Drift City maybe, and then FPS game, then back to MMORPG. So send me your suggestions for any games you want me to do it on. Thanks for watching.